I wanted to refresh our memory, and for some of you, just teach you from the start how to do AC method again. So it's kind of like things that we did before break, which, it's been a while. But here's an example of a problem with AC method. So if we have 4x squared plus 37x plus 9, how I know we can't use AM method is because this first number right here is not a 1, right? If it's any number besides 1, then we know we're going to have to use something called AC method. So the first thing that we want to do is label what our A is, what our B is, and what our C is. Okay? So our A is the number in front of the x squared, which in this case is 4. Our B is the number in front of the x, which is a positive 37, so we could just write 37. And our C is the number that's chilling by itself, right? It's A, B, C. So our C is 9. So in AC method, what we want to do is we want to take our A and our C, and we want to multiply them. So 4 times 9 equals 36. Then we want to take our B term, B bottom, we're going to put that in the bottom right here. So 37 goes there. So then we want to play the game that we did before break. We're looking for two numbers that multiply to be 36 and that add to be 37. So factors of 36, let's just talk about that, right? So numbers that multiply to give you 36. 1 times 36. So 1 times 36 is 36. And look, 1 plus 36 is 37. So our two numbers are going to be 1 and 36. So let's just say we didn't know that. The next set is 2 times 18. But 2 plus 18 is not 37, so that pair doesn't work. 3 times 12 also gives us 36. But they don't add to be 37, so that doesn't work. 4 times 9 multiplies to be 36, but does not add to give us 37, right? If you add 4 plus 9, that gives you 13, not 37. So the only pair that works are 1 and 36. Are you with me so far? Yes, Miss Varghese. Perfect. Okay. So now what we want to do is, this is called AC method, right? So we want to bring our A down. Doot. So we bring it down. We're going to get 4x squared. Okay. We want to do the same thing with the C. Doot. We want to bring that 9 down. So now our middle term, which is the 36, we're going to break it down into 1 and 36, right? So 1 plus 36 gives us 37. So we're going to have 1x, because this is 37x, and then we're going to have 36x. So now, what's weird is we have 4 terms, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, this B breaks down into 1 plus 36, okay? So now what we want to do is, let me just go ahead and switch colors so you can see this a little bit better. We're going to split this down the middle. So, Ryan, what goes into both 4x squared and 1x? What's common? So in Ryan's mind, he's like, hey, 4 and 1, greatest common factor is 1. So that doesn't help us. But there's 2 x's here. And there's 1x here. So Ryan, how many are common? Good job, Ryan. There's 1 that's in common, so we're going to factor out an x. And then you're going to write down what's left. So if I divide by x, 4 divided by an imaginary 1 is 4. X squared divided by x, there's 1x left, so we're going to write 4x here. And then over here, if I do the same thing, divide by what's on the outside, divide by x. 1 divided by 1 cancels out. X divided by x cancels out, so I'm left with a 1. You're with me? Christopher, are you with me? Okay. So now over here, I'm going to do the same thing. What goes into 36 and 9? In my head, I hear Malik going, 9! Okay, that scared me a little bit. we're going to put 9. Okay? And you're going to write down what's left. So divided by 9, divided by 9, 36 divided by 9, we did that up here. 36 divided by 9 is 4. And there's an x that comes down. And then here, 9 divided by 9 is a 1. Okay? So now what you should see, and this always works with the AC method, is these things right here are the same, right? 4x plus 1, 4x plus 1. That's always going to happen with the AC method. So what you do is you just write it once. 4x plus 1. So if you take away the 4x plus 1 here, what's left? There's an x. If you take away the 4x plus 1 here, what's left? There's a plus 9. So that's what goes in the second bubble. And we are done. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, this is the problem that you should copy down. So pause this video, copy the problem down, and then what I'm going to ask you to do is to go ahead and try another one on your own. Okay, so the one that I'm going to ask you to do on your own, let me see if I can get one that has all positives. Okay, let's see. So I know I'm going to have an x squared in it. I'm going to have something with an x, and I'm going to have a number that's by itself. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys to try 3x squared, 3x squared plus 11x plus 10. So stop the video here and try the problem yourself. All right, so I'm giving you some time to practice it and try it, but I want to walk you through one more problem before I ask you to try one on your own. So first thing we want to do is we want to label A is 3, B is positive 11, so I could just put 11, C is 10. So this is called AC method. So we're going to do A times C. So 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 10. So we're looking for two numbers that multiply to give you 30. The B term, which is 11, goes on the bottom. We're looking for two numbers that add to give you 11. So numbers that multiply to give you 30. All right. So 1 times 30. Does that add to give you 11? Nope. 2 times 15, does that add to give you 11? Nope. 3 times 10, does that add to give you 11? Nope. It's getting tricky. 4 doesn't go into 30. 5 does. 5 times 6. Look, 5 times 6 is 30, and 5 plus 6 adds to give you 11. So this is our pair, 5 and 6. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put 5x, 6x. Here, between 3 and 5, the greatest common factor is 1. Between x squared and x squared and x, there's 1 that's in common. So I'm going to factor out an x. What you're going to do here is you're going to divide by the number that we just figured out. So 3 divided by 1 is 3. X squared divided by x is x. Here, there's a plus sign. So 5 divided by 1 is 5. The x's cancel. Okay. This one over here, between 6 and 10. Samantha, what number goes into both 6 and 10? Josiah's focus. Focus, Josiah. All right, Samantha, we're back to you. I think I hear you say 2, right? So 2 goes into 6 and 2 goes into 10. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. You're right. Good job. 6 divided by 2 is 3. The x comes down. So now if I look over here, if I peek, we're on the right track. 10 divided by 2 is what? What is it? Anyone? Anyone? Christopher, wake up. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Good job. So look, inside the bubbles, we have 3x plus 5. So we're going to write it once. 3x plus 5. If I take out the 3x plus 5, I'm left with 1x. So that goes here. If I take out the 3x plus 5, I'm left with a 2. that goes here. And we are done, guys. We're done. All right. So I'm going to ask you to do the other problem on your own, the one that looks like this. You're going to try this one on your own and show it to me. And this is going to be for an independent practice assignment. This is to see if you really get it. Show it to me when you're done. Thank you, guys.